Hey, this is Jesse, host of the Railjack Ruffians podcast. As some of you have noticed, we haven't actually posted any episodes in quite some time. I'm looking at you, Mr. Glasses. You're very astute. And I just wanted to say, the reason we haven't posted any episodes in a while is that I'm lazy. But I'm trying to get back on the ball. We actually have 2 episodes pre-recorded. This episode, which is episode 4, and episode 5. We're actually going to go ahead and start recording again. But while we're waiting on new episodes, please enjoy episode 4. Welcome to the Railjack Ruffians podcast. Please like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. And remember, Tenno, a breath a day keeps the heck away. They are awesome. Who is they? They are the people listening to episode 4 of the Railjack Ruffians podcast.
Let's hope that shock mount worked.
Yeah, hopefully we're good. So, welcome to episode 4. Of course, I am your host, Jesse. On my left, we have...
Hello, I am Stardust.
On his left, we have...
Yes, it was left. Very good. Okay. I am Mitchell. Hello.
Are you?
I am.
He's back.
When did you get here? Have you been here the whole time?
No, yeah.
We noticed last episode that he was missing, so we decided to go back from Earth, Texas to Key West to try and pick him up. But we actually found him hitchhiking on the side of the road in Biloxi, Mississippi, where we decided to stop for the night. So thanks for rejoining the group.
Yeah, thanks for coming back for me. It's nice to be here. It's a very, very nice change from sitting on the side of the road trying to get a ride back to you guys.
How did it feel being abandoned?
It felt awful. All I had to eat were soggy tortillas that I found under the underpass, but it worked out because you
Were
guys...
they good soggy tortillas?
Well, I had to share them with a mouse, but
Was it a friendly mouse?
No,
at least?
no.
Is it related to Pizza Rat?
I don't know.
Anyway, so
Thank you.
that's that guy. To his left, again,
Yes.
we have
Jello.
Jello? How much
No.
Jello? What flavor?
The best. Lime.
The best flavor. All
What
of
is-
them.
He doesn't want to start arguments.
Oh, I want to start an argument.
I like lime.
Orange is the best.
Lime.
that's right.
Lime. No. You're sticking on Team Lime.
Oh no, I love lime, but orange is good, but I like lime.
Yeah.
Hey, I was trying to start an
I
argument.
am mystery flavor. That's why I'm the best one. 'cause
Boo,
nobody knows
mystery
what it
flavor.
is.
I haven't tried that one, but I'm trying to start an argument. So
It's
boo
because
that.
There's not one.
It's
Liar.
clear.
Haha, see, argument.
What about
Argument
what about
is
strawberry?
It's tasteless.
Strawberry's okay. I think orange is kind of my go-to. I don't know, blue is good.
Blue is not a flavor.
Blue is a flavor.
Blue is a color.
Okay,
Lime is best.
you have a Gatorade right there. Okay,
That's lime.
let's start. Hold on. Let's start an actual debate. What flavor is that Gatorade?
Lime.
Aaron?
It's lime.
What
I
flavor?
know what it is.
What flavor is that Gatorade? Stardust.
It's lime.
Shut up.
No.
Hold up.
Shut up, who?
Good, Jacob. Oh, right. You
There
didn't
we
even
go.
say your name.
Y'all keep guessing because he's wrong.
It's lemon lime.
Lemon lime.
No. If someone were to ask for one of those Gatorades, what would they call it?
Lemon lime.
They would ask for a lemon lime Gatorade.
Oh, yeah.
No, they would
A
not.
yellow.
They would
Gatorade.
ask for a yellow lemonade. Thank you
That's
very
Yellow
much.
green.
lemonade.
That is
Green.
green.
No, green is green apple.
Yellow lemonade.
That's a very green one.
That is green.
You said
This is green. You
It's
cannot tell
greenish.
me that's yellow.
It's greenish, but you wouldn't call that the green
No, hold on.
Gatorade because there's green apple.
Look up lemon lime
But
Gatorade and tell us what color it is.
you wouldn't call it a yellow lemonade either.
A yellow.
You called it lemonade.
What? Did I call it lemonade?
You said a yellow lemonade.
Oh, a yellow Gatorade.
That's what they would
Sorry.
ask for.
No, it's caution green, remember, Jesse? We had a debate about that.
That's a different color, though.
He put it into if you put
And
it in
it's
light,
safety
it is.
green.
Yeah. Safety
Anyway,
green.
Yeah, that's very different than caution green.
It is totally different. But anyway, that is a yellow Gatorade.
No, it's not. It's green.
A green Gatorade is green apple. They are distinctly, very undisputably green.
I'm about to
I didn't know
look
they
them
made
up
that.
right now.
Look it up. Look up the green apple Gatorade.
I didn't know they made a green apple Gatorade. That sounds disgusting.
It sounds delicious.
Do they call
It's
it
not bad.
green apple or Granny Smith?
I think they call it green apple. They may just call it apple. I don't know.
It's got to be green
no,
apple.
No, green apple's a darker green.
Exactly. That's a real green. That's like distinctly green. Look at it. It's
This is
very
just
green.
neon green.
That's okay. In comparison to green Gatorade, which is that is comparatively yellow.
It is yellow.
So it's called yellow Gatorade.
Cut this out, but why is there a Gatorade concentrate you can buy?
So that you
put
can
it in
make your own.
water.
Mix it with water.
Why would we cut that out? Is that controversial?
I just don't know why. It's a question I have.
That's what a lot of football teams do. Is they'll get the powder and put it in giant coolers.
No,
and-
it's like a liquid.
Yeah, you can
Well,
like
yeah, you can
just
still
add
mix
it
it
to
in
your
water.
water. Probably.
Well, they make those little. Another company makes the little squeeze bottles where it's a few drops in your water.
Yeah.
It's
But
called, the concentrate is yellow, but the actual Gatorade is lemon lime is green.
okay. So here's what I was getting at. No one in their right mind calls Gatorade by the name of their
I
flavor.
do.
Oh, I do.
You're not in your right
No,
mind.
no,
You're
no,
not in
no,
your
let
right
me
mind.
explain.
You call it
What
by
do you
the
call
color.
Let me
What do you call
explain.
grape Gatorade?
Grape Gatorade, purple.
Mhm. So you just call it purple Gatorade.
Purple
Yeah.
stuff. Purple
There's
stuff.
red Gatorade.
Now look.
It's fruit
What
punch.
if there are multiple different types of blue, which there are? So you have to be specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just say,
That's-
"I want the
that's
blue
what I'm
Yeah,
one."
there
calling
used to
to.
be like this
Okay.
clearish, purplish one that was really good.
You
I forget what
have,
flavor
and they're
it
very
was.
similar in color. If they are side by side, you can barely tell that there's a difference.
What's the second blue one?
You
What's the
have
first blue one? I can't
Glacier
remember.
3 or 4.
Freeze,
Yeah,
and then
Glacier
you
Freeze.
have
No,
the
Glacier
standard blue.
Freeze is gray/white.
It's blue.
No.
Maybe I'm thinking of Cherry Freeze.
Yeah, cherry freeze. Yeah.
They have like a light blue one and a lightish blue one, and they're very similar.
What are those
They
two?
also have like a darker
Glacier
blue.
Freeze,
Freeze.
and then the other one I can't remember.
The raspberry.
It doesn't exist.
No, but in Mapco they have them side by side, and it is hard to tell the difference unless you read. I got two different ones one time, and I was trying to get the same one. So you can't
Well,
always
you
be like,
need
the blue
glasses, obviously.
One. I have glasses.
You should have worn your glasses.
I was.
Sure.
You can't just say the blue one. It's like there are two blue ones. It's like
You can't just say the green one. There's multiple green ones.
But like 90% of the time, it's one of the
That's true.
one of the main ones. You got your green,
wait.
you got your orange.
What do you call orange?
orange
Orange.
Gatorade.
Exactly, but it's orange. The fruit.
Let me remind everybody, this is a Warframe podcast.
No, it's not. This is the Gatorade podcast.
If only it were sponsored.
Yeah, Gatorade sponsor us.
Actually not
Maybe.
sponsored.
Maybe.
Anyway, so what were we talking about?
Gatorade.
Warframe.
Gatorade. Definitely Gatorade.
At least one of us is trying to stay on track. Good Jacob's actually trying to help.
Yeah, I didn't even introduce myself. Y'all did for me.
On the color thing, why does lemonade powder, like when it's white, why does it get wet and then it turns yellow? Is it like just the oils? Is it like lemon oil?
There's yellow lemonade power.
I know, but the specific one that we have experience with is white until you get it wet, then it turns yellow.
Probably because it enacts certain ingredients that were not active whenever it was strictly a powder and dehydrated.
I'm kind of wondering if it's like if it's actually got like lemon oil in it or something.
Why is Simply Lemonade white?
All right, Warframe.
What?
Anyway, Warframe.
Warframe? Oh, right. Warframe. So, yes. Good Jacob, thank you for joining us on the podcast.
I mean,
Do you
you
have anything
introduced me for me, so.
Well, you didn't say your name, so that's
I know,
that's
that's
a you
why.
thing.
Because I knew you were going to say it eventually.
Well, I was going to wait for you to say it because I didn't say Stardust's name. Well, I didn't say Mitchell's name. I didn't say Stardust's
did
name.
now.
Yeah, I did just now, but when whatever. Okay, so
People know me. I mean, I've been in every episode.
true, but
Mitchell has
they know the rest of us too, so we're all introducing ourselves. Warframe.
Warframe
Right.
has its own rat mouse thing now.
Does it?
Yeah. What was it, Nick?
Oh, yeah.
Or what's her face? Was
Yes,
she had the
but there
little
was
pet one?
there was also the
The relay.
Plains Kuwaka, which you can find on the Plains of Eidolon. It's kind of mouse-ish.
Yeah, but this one was like someone's pet, and they were like petting it and everything.
True. Anyway, Warframe.
You said something about DE. You said, who are they? The people at DE.
No, they are the people listening to episode 4
yeah.
of the Railjack Ruffians.
DE should listen to this too, though.
Yes, DE. Actually, that's a good point. That's something I'm going to be getting into later. This episode is actually sort of aimed towards the people at DE. So, community team people, Megan and that whole crew there. Pay attention to this episode. We got a message for you. Yeah.
Extremely important. The fate of the world depends on it.
Extremely important.
The fate of the origin system. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. The fate of the origin system.
What did you say?
Extremely important. Because digital extremes.
Extreme.
Wow. Cue more laughing noises.
No, it's not. It's not funny anymore.
No, in post.
Oh, in post.
Yeah, in
Or
post.
we can do crickets again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah, this episode is kind of aimed towards DE.
You
But
should still listen to it, though.
Yes, everyone needs to listen to this, or everyone could maybe learn something. I don't
Just
know.
jumps in here is like, only DE listen to this. Everybody else go away.
Yeah. So DE, listen in. Everybody else still listen in as well. But we'll get into that in a little bit. First, housekeeping. I completely forgot to mention in the last episode, Lotus Eaters is out. So we have, of course, the short, and when I say short, I mean very short. If you're taking your time and you're going really slow and checking out all the details of everything, maybe 5 minutes. Maybe.
If you're lucky.
If you're going real slow.
If you're going normal speed, probably 2 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe 2 minutes.
If you're
maybe
going
faster.
normal speed, like maybe a minute.
Yeah. Well, a minute. Yeah. Anyway, very short quest. Did not answer very many questions, but it did make me more excited for 1999 because
That's what it's supposed to do, though.
Yes. So good job, DE. You did what you were aiming for. Also, something I haven't seen anyone talk about is the login music for Lotus Eaters. I thought it was pretty cool, and I was listening to it as I was taking my MR30 test. Woo! I am finally Mastery Rank 30. It was so fun to go into the relay and give my first blessing. That was super cool. For those of you who don't know, when you get to Mastery Rank 30, you can go into any relay, and there's a little stand there, and you go to the stand, and you can give everyone in the relay a blessing of a certain kind. You can do, let's see, there's damage blessings, there's health and shield blessings. No one really does those three, but there's affinity blessings, credit blessings, and resource drop chance blessings.
Oh, those three.
Yeah, those are the main ones.
Not
people
in a
use.
farmable form, but as far as like, let's say you're prepping for a big mission, could you go in there and do that and bless everybody else in the lobby, but also your crew before you go into a mission?
Yeah, you can bring everyone in and bless everyone with a
I'll say
blessing.
that would be good. That would be
You need a blessing, you need a blessing,
that'd be rough if you could like only bless strangers in the thing and you couldn't bless your friends. It's like, well,
Like the Jade missions. You can't be stalker with your friends.
Yeah, true. Now you can only do one blessing per day.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
but if you start a trend, because I've been in there one time when it was just like one after the other, after the other, after the
Yeah.
other. I was like, oh, hi.
Yeah, that's always fun. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. So more developments will be coming on why I'm so excited for MR30 later on. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nod,
It's
something.
a secret.
Super secret. But yeah, Lotus Eaters brought the Lotus Eaters quest. Pretty good. So,
Gives more questions than answers, though, in my opinion.
yeah, it does for sure. But again, that does make me hype for the upcoming 1999. Also, for those of you who didn't know, if you go back, I'm going to be kind of vague here. If you go back to the place where the quest starts, there is the person that the quest is with. That person is still there in that spot, and you can hear that person give more voice lines. And there are some interesting lines there. So I would recommend going back and checking that out.
You just have to wait around, though.
Right, yeah, you just got to sit down and wait. It's not like an interaction prompt or anything like that.
They're just going to wait for somebody to post a YouTube video about it, I guarantee you.
Oh, I'm sure it's already out. I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely out by the time this podcast come out.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Anyway, so this is episode 4. What are we going to be doing today? Today is our first lore/quest episode.
I can tell now. I need to go double check the notes.
Yeah, if I don't know if you'll care about the notes, but they're on Discord.
I meant to double check them earlier. I just forgot. I got busy making cookies.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing the very first quest called Awakening. I'm not even sure you could call this a quest because it's literally the first gameplay that you do when you get into the game. So we're going to be reviewing it. I do want to make note of this before we start getting into it. I'm going to be pretty critical of the quest, but I do have a reason to be so... I'm not going to say negative, but I want to be like laser focused on as many minute details as I can be. One of the biggest barriers to entry for Warframe is the new player experience. It's difficult to learn everything there is in Warframe, and Warframe is a live service game that's been live for 11 years. They keep adding content, which is awesome, by the way. They just keep piling on new stuff, and it just becomes very daunting to jump in when you weren't, there from the start, when it was easy to learn. So, new player experience is very rough in Warframe, and this is literally the first thing that you play. So, I am going to be a little more judgmental on this quest just because I want Digital Extremes to get the feedback to improve it, to make it better for the new players.
Mitchell, in the podcast, have you ever said why you stopped playing?
Like, why did I stop? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, I don't know if you ever said it in the actual podcast.
We talked about this when we talked about Deviri.
Did we talk about it?
I think we did.
Very confusing for my simple mind to comprehend. It was very complex in my personal simplistic opinion and point of view.
That's another thing I found out semi-recently. They moved Deviri back to Uranus, I think.
So you have to get to Uranus in order to access
you can
Deviri.
start Deviri.
Okay, that's good.
That is good. I still think it should be after the new war, personally, because at that point you've still got a ton of frames that you need to farm.
Well, not to mention, one of the key bits of the storyline kind of like is stuff from a very particular quest.
Yeah, you won't recognize...
No, you won't recognize the significance of why that happened.
Yes, we're gesticulating wildly with her arms. I know you can't see, but...
Yeah, you can't see because we're in the void.
But yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, there's a tune you hear sometimes in the Deviri quests of someone whistling, the...
Yeah.
You can actually hear a certain character whistling that in the new war quest, the exact same tune that's heard in the Deviri quest.
Well, also, when they come in and see kind of that alternate version of a particular older character who helps you throughout Deviri, they're going to be like, who is this guy? Meanwhile, the rest of us are like, oh my goodness, the personal
old.
significance of him. Yeah, one, we're like, he's old. Two, it's like, just like the significance of who the character is and them, or this alternate version of them, or whatever the case may be, helping us.
Which I would love to see more things around him, like maybe his own quest.
I would too.
That would be.
And the only reason I say alternate version is because he was so different. I don't actually know if that's the truth or not.
Yeah, I'd have to look into it.
I'm also not sure if that's spoiler, but
we'll get into that when we get to the new war,
which is pretty far away.
Yeah, that's a long way down the road. So, like I said, gonna be critical, but that's not out of like a D.
It's not in a malicious form.
It's because I really enjoy this game and I want to see it do well. And if there's anything I can do or suggest to help the makers,
criticism,
exactly, to help the makers of the game make it even better, I want to help in any way that I can. So that's pretty much all we had.
Edification.
Yeah. So now we're going to bring up the star of the show. We're going to bring up the star, Mitchell.
Woo!
And he's going to play this quest for the second time ever. But it's been so long since he's played it that it'll be pretty much like the first time.
I probably don't remember it, but if I am the star of the show, you probably shouldn't have left me in Mississippi. Oh.
Well,
To be fair, that was unintentional.
It was Key West we left you.
I didn't have a phone.
That's your own fault for not having the
It
phone.
was unintentional.
it was.
Yes.
Oh. News to me. Okay, so we're gonna shuffle now. Do the shuffle. So, that is the Awakening Quest. Next time we do a lore/quest episode, we're going to be doing, I believe, Once Awake is the next one. It's either Once Awake or Vor's Prize. I can't remember. But yeah, initial thoughts. Mitchell, as an introduction for a new player into Warframe, how did that feel?
It's nice. It's simplistic. It lays everything out. It's a tutorial mission. It's fun. You don't feel overpowered, but you do feel good. Like you know you're safe, but it's very satisfying whenever you do end up running through, especially whenever you get movement down nice. It just feels good, especially in addition to that, having, as you progress, it seemed like the enemies were getting a little tougher, not by much, just like they had a little bit of extra health, and then they came in a larger quantity, and that made it scale up nicely, so I enjoyed it.
What's about the cutscene?
Cutscene was nice, it was just a little confusing, but it was good.
Was there something specifically confusing about it?
Originally, and I think it just kind of got cleared up as we went, but originally it was just the start where she started in water. That was a little, I guess, just my brain trying to piece it together. So the whole thing wasn't confusing.
She was just going for a swim.
Yeah. The
A
whole
bunch
thing
of
wasn't confusing.
with
It
a
was
bunch of
just-
dead bodies.
At the start, it was a little mysterious, which I guess it's what they're going for.
That's the point, yeah.
Let's talk about
Well,
talk
should we
about it.
give our thoughts on it?
Yeah. Jacob. Good Jacob.
Okay.
Ha! Return to sender.
The cutscene I love. That's what actually made me pick Excalibur.
Beautiful.
The level's fun. I was actually on was it the phone or Discord with you when I did it?
Most likely Discord. I can't remember.
I was actually doing it with him, and that's why that's also one of the reasons I chose Excalibur, because I was so between these two, and he's like, I think you should pick Excalibur. I think it was Mag maybe and Excalibur. I was so between,
Possible.
and he said pick Excalibur because Mag's.
Yeah. Mag has potential, but yeah, Excalibur is generally a better pick for the most part.
And seeing it in a long time, I just realized how beautiful that whole mission is.
Yeah, it's really good. Stardust, what are your thoughts on the quest in general?
So that quest I really enjoyed. I love that opening cinematic. That's just gorgeous. And the 3 Warframes you start with, I thought were really cool. And I liked the layout of it. I liked the feeling of like going and finding the weapons. I like the weapons that they offer you at the beginning. Like for the primaries, the bow was my immediate pick. I wasn't a fan of the rifle. That was the only one. But as far as like melee, like the choice between the Sky and the bow, those were cool. The throwing stars, the pistol, that was cool.
Yeah, I believe they actually did away with the Mark 1 variants. I think
Okay.
they're still available.
That always
but-
confused me.
Yeah, so that's cool that they got rid of that. I think they're still available in the market, but when you get it, you get the regular base version
Okay, yeah,
of the
that's
weapons.
good. That's good. I like that. Overall progression of that quest was really good because it's like it introduces you, then it throws you into a boss fight, and it gives you kind of everything to expect from then on, pretty much.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. There are some improvements that could be made, though, which we'll go over as we're going through the quest, or talking about the quest.
Discuss it.
Yes. So, yeah, of course, opening cinematic was bonkers. Trying to think of another good word for it.
Crazy, loco, insane.
Wow. I don't know. I can't think of any
Oh,
cool
Wilson,
adjectives.
what?
Really good. The only thing I'd really say about that is they didn't show a whole lot of Volt. I wish they had shown a little more of him, but, you know,
I
still.
mean, honestly, Excalibur had the most screen time.
He did, but also he's the poster boy of Warframe. He is
but
John Warframe.
Yeah, but I still think they should have done it evenly because I think most people pick Excalibur just from what all they saw.
I like how John Warframe has his dog in the cinematic.
Yes.
I hope someday they make that like a little meme, just a little Easter egg tucked away in the corner of John Warframe. It's just like, imagine having Excalibur skin with like a tuxedo or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Tuxedo suit, probably like a black suit, right?
Yeah.
Like a blazer.
Tangent people do that.
No, I want them to make it official. Anyway, continue.
I mean, Tenogen is official.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, made by the devs.
Yeah. I don't think it really...
I don't think they would do that.
Anyway, so they had this beautiful opening cinematic that showed off the different frames. Then they allow you to choose your frame. Something they didn't clarify on the screen was the fact that you don't... It shows you the abilities of all the Warframes, but it doesn't tell you that you don't have access to all those abilities yet. You only have access to your first ability, and it doesn't... I mean, well, no, that's not true. It does say, like, unlocked at level 8 or whatever, but it's not super apparent. I'm glad that they did finally add the color customization right there at the start, because one huge thing that Warframe has is customization. You can customize anything in Warframe, and it is insane. And it's good that they pointed out, hey, you can customize here at the very start.
Warframe endgame is fashion framing.
That is true. Fashion frame in-game. So they didn't used to have that. That was a more recent update.
Actually, I want to ask a question to Mitchell. Why did you choose Volt?
I enjoyed the style of the helmet.
That's it?
Yep, that's
Cool.
pretty much all.
Okay.
And to be fair, he's already tried Excalibur in a previous episode.
Yeah, we did try Mag. And Mag can
I tried Mag. Mag was the
Mag
first
can't
Warframe
fly.
I picked.
Oh, it was. Okay.
So he tried the one that he hadn't tried.
Mag can't fly.
Those aren't good.
She was
So-
using an arc wing.
Oh.
All Warframes can fly with arc wings.
Yeah. Ooh, I mean, in that sense, yeah, all Warframes can fly.
They can also fly if they get yeeted by an enemy.
They
Oh.
can glide also.
Another fun thing about the opening cinematic, when they showed Mag catching the bullets and throwing them
so
back,
good.
super awesome. Fun fact, that was not one of Mag's abilities when they made the cinematic. They made the cinematic with that and told the devs at DE, like, hey, this would be super cool. She should be able to do this. And they were like, oh, okay. At least that's how I remember it. It's
Mhm.
either that or they had the devs had already planned on making that change and told the animators to do that just to show it off.
If they didn't, that's probably they're both them back. Because
Yeah,
someone made
It
more
was
work
just like
for
they
them.
made us do extra work, man.
Yeah. So it goes through, you pick your Warframe, and then you get thrust into the world of Warframe, the origin system.
Which did you like the best, though? Now that you've played all three of them.
Volt so far.
Bolt was good. So, Captain Vor. Captain Vor is a captain of the Grineer army. He comes and puts the Ascaris on you, which is some sort of trap device thing. But you power through and you defeat enemies using your abilities. Fun fact, you can see that Captain Vor has the Janus key, or excuse me, the Janus key with him there, which is a thing that comes up later. We didn't look at this during the quest, but I played the quest yesterday to remember what it was like. And looking at the walls of that tower that you start in, it's made of the same material that the Unum Tower is made out of in Cetus. And for those of you who know, that is made of flesh.
Ew.
Yes. We'll get to that when we go to Cetus.
That's going to be a gross episode.
Yeah, the tower is made of flesh and it has golden veins, which, if y'all remember, whenever you're in Cetus, when you load in, they're always like carving up some blubber over there. That is flesh that's been harvested from the tower. How do you feel about that, Mitchell?
I was gonna not say this, but I was gonna say it also. It sounds like the developers were on some form of acid, and they.
Yeah, that sounds right.
From the tower, I thought it was like a whaling town, like they were getting whales.
That's what
One way.
it looks like, but it's
Whale
not.
flesh.
If you want to get an interview with them, you might want to not say they're on acid.
Well, he
to
didn't say
be
it. I
fair,
did.
they might just laugh and
He
enjoy
didn't
that.
read, though.
Well, it's not a bad thing because some people.
I mean,
I've created some very weird and gross looking
While you were on
things.
Have you
acid.
done acid?
And I wouldn't mind if someone was like, dang, this looks like someone, because it'd be funny. It'd be like, well, no, I just dreams.
Some people think it's funny.
They're just like, oh, you're just this strange without the acid.
Yeah.
But we're American. We think everything's funny. I don't know about Canadians.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Canadians
it does.
Also,
Kinda
they're
chill.
like founded in Canada, but how do we know every single person on the team's Canadian?
Canada?
Canada.
It's Canada.
Did I say
That part we're
Did
going
I
to have
say
to cut
Canadian?
out because you said
Oh,
Canada.
I meant to say Canada.
They're from Canada.
Anyway.
Canada. Canada, eh?
That's what they speak in Canada. Canada.
But it
yeah,
is cool.
They speak Canadian.
No, Canada.
Canada.
I can't.
Canada.
No,
They speak Canada.
Canada. Like he said.
And French.
Why do we say South but Southern?
Because the Yankees are in the north.
Because North and Northern is the same. East and Eastern is the same. West and Western.
Southern doesn't sound
Southern.
right.
It doesn't, but
But
South
maybe it's
and
just because
Southern.
we use Southern instead of South.
And the reason that's on
Southern.
Stardust's mind is because we're in Mississippi right now.
Whether they were on acid or not, it's cool.
It's gross, but it's
Next
cool.
question. Sorry,
Yes.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Is the tower not a tower, but actually a living creature that just happened to be there and it looks like a tower?
No, it was a tower. It is a tower.
It's not alive anymore.
It sounds
That's
like
what
it's
he's-
made
that's
of
what he's
living
asking.
flesh.
We'll talk about this more when we get to the new war.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure you remember that.
Yeah, spoilers. I mean, put it in the Discord somewhere.
I'm
It's like a Frankenstein tower.
Yeah, it's neat though.
Frankenstein.
Anyway,
Actually, that's the name of the doctor, not the monster.
Anyway, same material as the Unum Tower is the tower that we spawn in, which is neat. So something I noticed, like when you immediately spawn, they tell you to use your abilities to kill the enemies, but they give you infinite energy. So you can just keep going. This would be the perfect opportunity to introduce energy cost for your abilities and energy orb. Because when you start using that ability over and over and there's no consequences for it, it doesn't suggest that, it doesn't like reinforce the fact that abilities cost energy, and I feel like that would be a perfect place to introduce that concept.
They should just leave it like it is and then throw you straight into, was it the simulacrum, where if you spam the same ability, it'll be like, you cannot use that ability anymore.
Yeah, the Sanctuary Onslaught.
Like, Nick, don't even go back to the ship, just go straight into the simulacrum.
Yeah. There's actually a Orican statue within the tower that you spawn in, which is cool and isn't really important, but I just wanted to mention it. Also, why can't we go back to this area as a level at some point on like Earth Forest missions? Because that was really a pretty cool level set, or a tile set, but we never get to go back there, which is unfortunate.
What if they made it like a free roam home kind of place?
Yeah.
The Earth we have now is just really barren.
Yeah. The camp you were mentioning earlier, what if they made that the camp? Because that would be like going back to your
They could
origins.
just, like, expand it.
Yeah, that would be like going back to your origins. I think that would be super cool.
Or, you know what, okay, I don't know if it'd be better to expand it or like have an event that ends up destroying it and then you move to this other location.
Possible.
Both would be cool.
Yeah, so also there's some enemies with their backs turned to you, and it gives you like the normal stealth attack prompt, but it doesn't say, hey, you can stealth attack people, press X to stealth attack. That would be a good opportunity to introduce that. So when they show you how to jump up walls, they've got this little blue silhouette that jumps up that like demonstrates it happening. But they don't have that for the bullet jump section, which is a huge disappointment because bullet jumping is something you use way more frequently than wall jumping. So I really think they should have that. Also, I really enjoyed the fake out where they destroyed the first orbiter, or the first landing craft. That was
They should
really
have
good.
just drawn that out, like destroy like 5 orbiters.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. Also, when you get done with your bullet jumping, for a split second they show, hey, sliding at bullet jumping is the fastest way to get around. But then they immediately take that away and say, okay, this part of the quest is done, move on to the next part. Which, you know, a lot of times it takes a while to learn about bullet jumping.
Yeah,
so
instead of, this is the fastest way to get around, try it now.
yeah, so they should have left that up for longer. Also, I noticed that when you're fighting Captain Vor, there's a fire behind him. That's the landing craft that's actually on fire that he shot down earlier, which I hadn't noticed beforehand.
Grill some marshmallows.
Yeah. Also, when you're hacking to do your landing craft, the indicator is really small that like shows what button you need to press for the hacking. So I think they should make that a little clearer. It's not that big a deal, but again, like I said at the beginning of the episode, I'm really trying to nitpick every single little thing on this quest. Mm-hmm. But that's pretty much all I had. It was overall a really enjoyable quest. It's a good introduction to the game in general. Some improvements could be made, but overall pretty good.
Message DE that you had?
Oh, this whole episode is a message to DE on how to improve this quest in general.
I just made sure.
Yeah. So, any closing thoughts, Stardust?
Not really. I enjoyed the level, and I look forward to seeing improvements as they go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Mitchell, any closing thoughts?
None that I can think of off the bat. It was fun playing through this time, and yeah, I'm excited to see how everything continues to develop and learn more about it as we go, because I'm still fairly confused on a lot of it. But
yeah,
it's nice.
It's going to be cool as we keep going. Good, Jacob. Any
good first mission and cinematic.
Yes, really good. Also, I wanted to add one more thing. We should have more microtransactions.
No.
In the last episode, I said tune into the next episode to hear me say something stupid, so I just wanted to include that. But yeah, so that's going to be it for us. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. It's at TotallyNotTheRealRR. Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. Rate us 5 stars, like all that good stuff.
On every podcast thing, pretty much.
Yeah. Also, you can email us at railjackruffians@gmail.com. That's a good way to reach us. That's our business email. Other than that, go kill Captain Vor. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Woo!